What up, fun theory freaks? You ready to get weird?
Always down for a weird time.
This time we're going full eldritch.
Like full Lovecraft, man.
HB Lovecraft,
Yeah.
baby. Dude's influence, it's like everywhere.
Seriously, even if you haven't read his shit, which, can be a bit dense.
Denser than a black hole, dude.
But his ideas, they've like seeped into everything.
Movies, games, music.
Even fucking Scooby-Doo, man.
No joke, it's kind of wild. So, we've got a stack of articles here from BBC Den of Geek, that Wikipedia rabbit hole about Cthulhu.
Classic.
And it's like, how is this guy dead almost a century still messing with us?
Right, like the dude was writing about tentacled space beasties back in the day.
Early 1900s, can you imagine?
And somehow it's like he predicted our collective nightmare future.
Okay, so Cthulhu,
We gotta start there.
the OG nightmare fuel.
That big, slimy, tentacle-faced thing.
Chilling at the bottom of the ocean, waiting to wake up and end the world. Good times.
And the thing is, Lovecraft, he never even, fully described him. Right. Just these vague, creepy hints, like an octopus-like head whose face was a mass of feelers.
Yeah, or a scaly, rubbery-looking body.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like he knew, leaving it to our imagination would be way more terrifying.
And that's what makes Cthulhu so damn influential, I think.
Oh, totally. It's like a blank canvas for horror,
Like, think about the xenomorph from Alien.
Oh, man, classic.
Giger, the guy who designed that thing, was, obsessed with Lovecraft.
You can practically see Cthulhu's DNA in that thing.
That sleek, biomechanical,
Terror.
pure nightmare fuel.
And what about The Thing? John Carpenter.
Oh, yeah. The Thing. Not directly Lovecraft, but
Same vibes, man.
totally. Paranoia, dread, isolation, pure Lovecraftian nightmare fuel.
And Guillermo del Toro, dude's a Lovecraft fanboy, right?
Big time.
And you can see it in his movies. Pan's Labyrinth, The Shape of Water.
That blend of the grotesque and the alluring, the familiar and the completely alien.
It's like his creatures are beautiful in a way that makes your skin crawl.
That's Lovecraft, man. Okay, movies, check. But music. Oh, man, Lovecraft's tentacles are all over heavy metal.
Oh, hell yeah. Like Lovecraft and metal, destined to be together.
Right. Cosmic dread, existential angst.
Feeling crushed by forces beyond your control. It's all there in both.
And Metallica? Man, the gods of metal. They went full Lovecraft.
The Call of Cthulhu, the thing that should not be.
It's just the names alone are enough to summon some serious cosmic horrors.
Yeah, and the other bands, man. Cradle of Filth, Merciful Fate.
Azthoth, Necronomicon. It's like they're ripped from the pages of a Lovecraft story.
And the music. Heavy, dark, dissonant.
Like Lovecraft's prose, almost.
It's wild how this guy, who is basically unknown during his lifetime,
Yeah, like a nobody, right?
became a cultural icon.
Talk about a posthumous glow-up.
Even Stephen King, the master of horror himself, he called Lovecraft the greatest practitioner of the classic horror tale of the 20th century.
High praise, dude.
But he's right, Lovecraft's imagination was just something else.
And it's not just King. Clive Barker, Ramsey Campbell.
All Lovecraft disciples, in a way.
It's like he planted the seeds of cosmic horror, and these other writers took those seeds and,
Cultivated their own twisted gardens of terror.
Okay, movies, music, games. Video games are, perfect for Lovecraftian horror.
Oh, absolutely. Vast, unknowable worlds, eldritch creatures, sanity-blasting encounters.
It's step right into a Lovecraft story.
World of Warcraft, man. That game is full of Lovecraft references, especially in the Cataclysm expansion.
Those old gods, with names like Enzoth, Yogg-Saron.
Yeah, and Sithone, Usharsh. It's like, what the hell are those?
Right, and Fallout 3, Fallout 4, post-apocalyptic wasteland.
You'd think. No Lovecraft there.
No, even there he creeps in.
Dunwich, Pickman. Straight out of his stories.
That's like even nuclear war can't escape the cosmic horror.
And Bloodborne. Don't even get me started.
That game is soaked in Lovecraftian atmosphere.
The monsters, the environments, the existential dread, it's all there.
And it's not just those. Terraria, Scribblenauts, even Life is Strange.
It's everywhere. It's insane.
All right, so movies, music, games. But this is where shit gets really weird.
Yeah.
See, Lovecraft wasn't just writing scary stories. He was also, exploring some heavy philosophical ideas.
Deep shit, man.
Cosmicism. Ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah. Basically the idea that the universe, doesn't give a crap about us.
We're insignificant.
Tiny little ants on a planet that doesn't even notice us.
Existential dread on steroids, man.
But it influenced a whole philosophical movement, speculative realism.
And get this, some speculative realists debate whether speculative realism even exists.
It's a total mindfuck, right?
Okay, my brain needs a break from the existential angst. Let's talk about something a little more, I don't know, fun, like rap music.
Oh, you might be surprised to know, even rap and hip-hop dip into Lovecraft.
Wait, what? There's, like, Cthulhu spitting rhymes out there.
Well, not Cthulhu himself, but there's this group, humanoids, Australian, they rap as Lovecraft characters.
No shit, that's awesome.
And get this, Kanye West has a Lovecraft connection, too. Yeah, there's this book, it's a reimagining of Lovecraft's Reanimator, but with Kanye.
Okay.
He's trying to bring back Biggie and Jay-Z.
Kanye, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Lovecraftian reanimation. What the actual fuck?
It's like peak pop culture weirdness.
Right. And speaking of weird, you ready for this? Lovecraft in Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing.
No way. I mean, come on. Scooby-Doo?
One of the series had a character, H.P. Hatecraft, clearly a Lovecraft stand-in.
And get this, the voice actor, Jeffrey Combs.
The dude from Reanimator.
And From Beyond. Both Lovecraft movies. Talk about a full circle moment.
It's insane, right?
Okay, I'm officially mind blown.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo, Kanye West, heavy metal, philosophy.
And that's just scratching the surface.
Lovecraft's tentacles have reached everywhere.
It's kind of mind-blowing, isn't it?
A writer who died almost a century ago, and he's still inspiring all this shit. Art, music, games, philosophy.
What the hell, right?
Like, he tapped into something,
Yeah.
something dark and primal in our collective unconscious.
Our fear of the unknown, the vastness of the universe, all that.
That's why he's still freaking us out today, even though he was writing in a completely different time.
Totally. And the thing is, Lovecraft's work, it explores these universal themes. They never get old.
Like what?
The fragility of human sanity, the limits of our knowledge, the terrifying possibility that, well, we're not alone in the universe.
And that what's out there might not be too friendly.
Exactly. He really nails that sense of dread, Lovecraft's writing can be tough, but God, that atmosphere.
Creepy, suffocating.
It gets under your skin, man. Even if you don't get all the details, you still feel it.
That primal horror.
Yeah, like you're in the presence of something ancient, powerful, and just wrong.
And the words he uses, man, non-Euclidean, eldritch.
Oh, and Cyclopean. Don't forget Cyclopean.
It's like your brain is melting just to hearing him.
That's the thing about cosmic horror, right? It's not just monsters, tentacles, and fangs.
But it's deeper than that.
It's the breakdown of our understanding, the realization that our little monkey brains, they just can't handle the universe.
Too much weirdness for us.
Way too much.
Okay, so we've talked about Lovecraft's impact, his ideas.
Yeah.
But who was this guy, really?
The dude behind the nightmares.
Yeah, like what made him tick?
Well, Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Born way back in 1890. Providence, Rhode Island.
Old school.
Isolated childhood. Lots of illness. Crazy vivid dreams.
Sounds like the recipe for a horror writer.
Right, and obsessed with the weird stuff from a young age. Astronomy, mythology, occult, all that.
So, yeah, definitely not writing heartwarming stories, huh?
Nope, no rainbows and sunshine here.
More like tentacles and darkness.
Pretty much. Lovecraft's work. It's dark, man. Deeply pessimistic. Mirrored his own worldview.
Which was?
Pretty bleak. He was convinced, humanity is just a cosmic accident.
Meaningless.
Totally insignificant. And our ultimate fate. To be consumed by forces we can't even grasp.
Damn heavy stuff.
Yeah.
But we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Lovecraft.
He was kind of...
Problematic figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. A product of his time,
Yeah.
And his writing, it definitely has, well, some of the prejudices of that time.
Like the racism. It's hard to ignore that.
Yeah, it's there. And we can't just brush it aside. Lovecraft's fear of the unknown. It often turned into a fear of the other. You see that in how he depicted, non-white characters and cultures.
So can we even enjoy his work, knowing that?
Tough question. No easy answers. I think we got to engage with it critically,
Acknowledge the flaws, but also appreciate the good stuff.
Exactly. Admire his skill, his artistry, without condoning the bad shit.
Like separating the art from the artist.
Right. And remember, a lot of artists and writers have reinterpreted his work over the years.
Challenging his ideas, subverting them.
Addressing those problematic elements head on.
Yeah, like the Kanye Reanimator thing. It's taking Lovecraft in a totally different direction. Exactly. There's a ton of that happening. Using his cosmic horror to explore, race, identity, social justice.
So it's not just about tentacles and cosmic dread anymore.
Like deeper, more nuanced.
It's like Lovecraft gave us the raw material, and now...
people are building something new with it.
Okay, so we've talked Lovecraft's impact, his life, the good and the bad.
What about the stories themselves?
Yeah, the meat and potatoes.
The must-reads. If you're going to dive into the Cthulhu mythos, where do you start?
Give us the hits.
The Call of Cthulhu, obviously.
Classic.
It introduced Cthulhu, set the whole thing in motion. The gateway drug.
Once you read that one, you're hooked.
The shadow over Innsmouth.
Oh, that one's messed up.
Fish people, man. The uncanny valley on steroids.
Lovecraft at his best, really. Blending human and monster, making you question, your place in the universe.
The done-it horror.
Dark family secrets.
Right.
Creepy creatures. What's not to love?
And if you're feeling ambitious, At the Mountains of Madness.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
One of his longer works, but a masterpiece.
Ancient civilizations, terrifying monsters, mind-bending revelations.
It's an experience, man. Not for the faint of heart.
So, plenty to explore. Even if you don't want to read the original stories, there's a ton of Lovecraft-inspired stuff out there. Movies, games, music.
We've barely scratched the surface, really.
It's kind of crazy how far-reaching his influence is.
It really is. It shows how powerful his imagination was, his ability to tap into something,
Primal. Unsettling.
Yeah, something deep within us.
Okay, before we wrap up, we got to ask,
Oh.
what are your favorite Lovecraftian works? Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram.
Let us know what's got your tentacles tingling.
And if you're new to Lovecraft, what sparked your interest? We've given you a lot to chew on.
Dive in, explore the depths of cosmic dread.
Just don't blame us if you can't sleep with the lights off.
That's not our fault.
Okay, so we've explored the depths of Lovecraft's cosmic horror. But one thing that's interesting is how his legacy, it keeps changing.
Evolved.
Right. I mean, the guy was writing almost a century ago, so some of his stuff,
Yeah, hasn't aged well.
we talked about it earlier, his views, some of them were pretty messed up.
But even with that, our artists, creators, they're still finding ways to make his work relevant, for today.
It says something about those core ideas, right?
The cosmic horror, the dread, the feeling of being insignificant in the face of this giant, indifferent universe.
Like raw material. People can use it, shape it.
Build something new.
Totally. Lovecraft gave us the blueprint for a haunted house, and now everyone's coming in decorating it their own way.
Some of those reinterpretations are wild.
I'm still thinking about that Kanye Reanimator thing.
Dude, I know, right?
Kanye bringing back Biggie and Jay-Z with Lovecraftian science.
Bizarre, but hey, maybe that's the point.
It's pushing boundaries.
And that's what's exciting about Lovecraft's legacy, I think. It's not static.
It's always changing.
The Cthulhu mythos is like a giant sandbox, everyone can play.
You got adaptations that are super faithful to the source material.
And then you got ones that are totally bonkers and original.
That's what keeps it fresh. It's not about rehashing the same old stories.
It's about finding new angles, new perspectives.
It's like Lovecraft planted this weird cosmic seed in our culture. And he keeps sprouting new and unexpected shit.
He's saying, hey, look at this shit.
Right. Isn't this terrifying and awesome at the same time?
Exactly. And that's what makes Lovecraft, so damn compelling.
Yeah.
He reminds us that we're just these, tiny specks in this vast, indifferent universe.
What?
And honestly, there's something kind of liberating about that.
Liberating how?
Takes the pressure off,
Yeah, I guess, in a way.
Why stress over the small stuff when there are, cosmic horrors lurking around, ready to eat your brain?
True.
Puts things in perspective.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But seriously, I think that's why people still connect with Lovecraft.
Almost a century later.
He forces us to face those big existential questions.
The ones we usually try to avoid.
About, our place in the universe, the nature of reality, all that heavy shit.
And the limits of what we can even, understand.
Exactly. And he doesn't give us any easy answers either. Just throws these crazy possibilities at us and says, figure it out, sucker.
Right. It's like, here's a peek into the abyss. Sweet dreams.
Haha, yeah. But, even with all the bleakness, there's also this weird beauty to Lovecraft's stuff.
Beauty. Really?
Yeah, man, this sense of wonder, this awe at how vast and strange everything is.
I mean, yeah, when you think about it, like looking up at the night sky
Exactly. That feeling, right? You realize how small you are.
and how little we actually know.
Terrifying, but also kind of humbling.
Totally.
I think that's Lovecraft's real legacy, you know?
More than just the monsters and the tentacles.
Reminding us there's so much more out there than we can even imagine.
And that's both, like exciting and terrifying. So, yeah, Lovecraft, more than just scary stories.
He's a gateway to a whole new way of seeing things.
The world, ourselves.
And maybe, just maybe, a little cosmic dread is good for you.
Keeps things interesting, right?
Aha! You got that right.
Well, folks, that's our Lovecraftian trip for today.
Hope you enjoyed the ride.
Even if it get a little, weird at times.
I think it's safe to say that Lovecraft, his influence, it's not going anywhere.
Dude's like the zombie of horror writers, man.
Keeps coming back.
No matter how many times we try to bury him.
And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we need a little Lovecraft.
To remind us that the universe is a strange, wondrous place.
Full of mysteries we may never understand.
So as long as we don't accidentally summon any tentacled beasties, I think we're good.
Yeah. Probably best to avoid that.
All right, that's it for this episode of Fun Theory.
Until next time.
Stay weird, stay curious, and keep a copy of the Necronomicon handy, just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
'Cause, yeah,